Bed Bath & Beyond stock, you broke my heart today. You did it. You broke my heart. Down another 11% to a fresh all-time low. And to make things even worse, the stock market today got destroyed as well. Not as bad as Bed Bath & Beyond, but still, we had the Russell down 0.7, the NASDAQ down 0.9, the S&P down 0.4%, as the Dow Jones went down 0.1%. So needless to say, we have a lot to break down in this video. We're going to go over Bed Bath & Beyond stock and, of course, the overall market. So if you all find value, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 free stocks from Moomoo, linked right down below. It is free money, guys. And with that being said, let's dive into the video, starting off here with Bed Bath & Beyond stock, which, again, my goodness, guys, down another 11 freaking percent, down 3 cents, which in the grand scheme of things, 3 cents is not a lot, but it's all relative. The stock price was 30 something cents to start the day, 31 cents if my third grade math is correct, guys. So yeah, 11% red day today, and yet again another all-time low was hit. You guys can see in the pre-market we were right around 32 cents, 33 cents, not too bad. Then the second, no joke, boom, the second the markets open, Bed Bath & Beyond stock went from 32 cents to about 28.9, roughly 29 cents in the span of an hour and a half. Just like that, boom, it was down 10% from that pre-market high, and now in the aftermarket, guys, it's actually down a little bit more, or at one point it got down to 27.7. You guys can see, which marks roughly a 16% drop from where it was in the pre-market. So yeah, the downtrend, guys, not surprised to be honest, but the downtrend is continuing. You guys can see on the 20-day chart and on the 5-day, look, 5-day, we hit a fresh low. We've been making lower lows, lower highs. You can see that on the 20-day chart as well. It's the same stuff, guys. And full disclosure, to talk about my position, I'm in Bed Bath & Beyond stock right now. You guys probably know that it's a very speculative position, guys, meaning if it goes to zero, it is what it is, right? It's not the end of the world for me. But if it goes 10x, 20x, whatever x it could go, which is very risky, of course, it's not guaranteed, but let's say it does, that'd be nice. Who wouldn't want that at the end of the day, right? So I'm in this with not much, but 1,300 shares at an average cost of 41 cents. I initially bought at 81 cents back in this time period right here between, it was really in the end of March, right? 81 cents is where I bought. Then I just bought another 1,000 shares a couple days ago. That was at around, what was it, 29.5. So yeah, bringing my average cost down from 81 to 41 cents. And who knows now, maybe, at some point tomorrow, maybe the next day, some point next week, if we get low mid-20s, maybe even into the teens, I don't know if we're going to go there, but if we do, that's where I'm looking to buy more, with a goal of getting up to 5,000 shares of Bed Bath & Beyond, which might not seem a lot to others out there watching. I've seen some comments on my channel that, some people own tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of shares. I don't own that many shares, guys, but 5,000, that's a nice number. I like the sound of that. So that's the goal, guys, and of course, I'll keep you updated, so make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments how many shares do you own, if you feel comfortable letting me know, and what average price do you own Bed Bath & Beyond. Drop those comments down below, and yeah, pretty much that's what happened. We hit another all-time low today, and earnings were supposed to be today. I don't know if that was my mistake or ThinkOrSwim's, but I was reading online they were supposed to be on the 12th, but now they got pushed to the 19th. I don't know. That might have been my mistake, guys. I do apologize if it was my mistake. But yeah, we have earnings now in 1 week from today, which is on the 19th, which is what's today? Wednesday? So yeah, next Wednesday, guys, Bed Bath & Beyond's earnings are coming out, which we've covered before on the channel. They're not going to be pretty. They're going to lose money, of course, and revenue is going to be pathetic. If I remember correctly, the average estimate maybe was 900 million. Maybe I got to double check, but for sure revenue is going to decline by 35 to 40% year over year. So get ready for that. It is not looking pretty. All right, so let's transition now to the overall stock market and see what the heck happened with the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, and of course, we might talk about the metals as well. So stick on throughout the rest of the video. And by the way, if you haven't gotten up to 15 free stocks yet for Moomoo, what are you waiting for? Use that link down below. Open up an account. You get 1 free share of stock. Once you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more stocks, totaling 5 free shares. And I just realized I spit all over the mic. Anyway, if you deposit at least $1,000, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. So if you want some free money and you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link down below. It's greatly appreciated, guys. You guys are awesome. And with that being said, let's dive into these markets, which earlier in the day, guys, we were green. I'm not sure if you remember, we got the CPI data this morning. Then we had the Fed minutes, which I'm not going to get too deep into in this video. Maybe I'll make a video on that tomorrow, so keep in tune, keep in touch for that. But CPI came out this morning. Then once the Fed minutes came out, well, everything just got a lot worse. You can see right here, we had a huge spike to about, where was that, 320 this morning after we got CPI data, which was less than expected, cooler than expected, which is good, guys. We do want to see inflation. The disinflation that we're seeing right now, we want that to continue, or at least I do. I don't know. I mean, do you guys like high prices at the, at the pump, at the, grocery store, even though high prices at the pump are probably going to be here to stay now because of the OPEC production cut that we're seeing, but that's a whole other topic for a whole other video. But the fact that we're seeing more and more disinflation, fantastic. I'm all for it. And really, since that point where we got that pop, we downtrended for the rest of the day, with the downtrend accelerating when the minutes came out, I think at about 2 p.m. on the East Coast today. So, yeah, that's not looking pretty. We started at about 320 in the pre-market. We went all the way down to 312 now. That's a drop of 2.3% on Triple Q. And pulling up the 4-hour chart, you guys can see we're now clearly dumping towards the 180 SMA. I mean, you can't argue that right now here on the 4-hour chart. We took out the lows from a couple days ago. You guys can see on the 5-day. 5-day, we hit a fresh low. You guys see that. And if we pull up the 10-day chart, you can see that as well. We're slowly taking the lows out. So it's not the end of the world. Bulls are not screwed, but, it's at a point now where we're going to see maybe a little bit more downside towards 308, 310, right around this 180 SMA. Then if that were to break, maybe at that point the bulls would be screwed. We'll see, guys. That's Triple Q. And pulling up SPY, let me show you this. SPY right now is also dumping off, and we're pretty much right at 407 now. We are literally at 407, which was that high from the beginning of March, which honestly needs to hold for the bulls, and we're holding on by a thread at this point. So if this falls under 307, and especially, or rather 407, and especially under the highs from a couple days ago being around, I think 405-ish, or rather the lows from a couple days ago. I'm mixing up my words, guys. Bear with me. If we fall under 405, that's where we're probably going to fill the gap down to about, let's see, the 180 SMA on this 4-hour chart, which is right around 400 flat. You guys can see that's where this probably will end up going, right in this gap right here. You guys can see, let me outline it to make it a little bit easier. And that's probably where the bulls might come in and, get this thing to see a rally. Maybe not. Time will tell. All I'm saying is, guys, it's at a vulnerable spot. Both SPY and Triple Q, they both could have some more downside by the looks of it based on what I'm seeing right now. And, of course, I'd love to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't hit that like button yet, hit that like button. It really helps me out overall in the algorithm. I appreciate you guys as always. So let's see what the Russell did today. Let's pull this up and see. It's probably still trading in that range. Yeah, it's still trading in that range between 1730 and about 1790, 1800-ish. And look at this. This is not good for the bulls at all, guys. On the Russell, we officially got rejected at around 1800. You guys can see right here a couple, this was about 2 weeks ago, not even 10 days ago. We got rejected at, where was that? 17 or 1812. And now we just put in a lower high. Not the best sign at all here on the Russell, and especially the fact that we dumped down 0.75%, that makes it a little bit worse. That's not a good sign here on the Russell. So that looks pretty bearish, I'd argue, in the short term. The fact that we're starting to see that now, if we fall through these moving averages, that'd be even worse. Let's see if that happens maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. And pulling up the Dow, the Dow's looking decent, honestly. The Dow's still above the moving averages here on the 1-hour chart and on probably the 4-hour chart as well. Yes, it is. So that doesn't look that bad. But then again, if I pull up the channel tool, look at this, guys. The Dow is in this downwards channel, and it's at the top of it, which is not good. We're overbought. This could be, setting up for a dump off. We shall see. So the Dow's not looking pretty. Well, it's not looking bad, but the Russell's sure not looking pretty. And the S&P and the NASDAQ are at very big support levels right now. And crude oil, let's see if that moved today. Probably not. Oh, my God, it did. 83 a barrel. Look at that. Or was that yesterday? Actually, no, that was today. Yeah, so now we're running towards the top of this channel. Let me extend this to the right. You guys can see this is the moment of truth for the bulls on oil. If this breaks above 83, guys, I'm telling you, into the mid 80s, man, this could run to 90, low mid 90s like that. And we're probably going to see that by the looks of it. That's not the best sign here, at least if you're, looking at or predicting lower oil prices. It's not heading in the right direction. It sure is not heading in the right direction. Now we're starting to break out of this range right here that we were in. So, yeah, this thing's breaking out. It's at a fresh high on the 1 hour chart. We shall see how it ends up playing out. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo. It is free money. 12 stocks from Webull as well. They're linked down below. And feel free to check out my Patreon as well. If you guys want to be a part of the Patreon community, see my Patreon portfolio, the Discord chat, see my charts throughout the day, ideas throughout the day, all of that's on Patreon, linked down below. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one.